Όταν σε αγέτς κρίσο, σε λίστεν φάει η ρέγκο, εν σε νάιτς γρολόμπι. It's a perfect season for cozy sweaters, pumpkin spice every scene, and ghost stories. But sometimes, the most chilling tales aren't found in books or movies. They happen in real life. Tonight, we're delving into 4 allegedly true horror stories that told to place during the fall. So, grab a warm drink, pulsable and cut a little tighter, and let's begin. Our first story comes from a username Trail Runner 78. Every fall, and his friends went on a camping trip deep in the Appalachian Mountains. One crisp October evening, they were sitting on the campfire, sharing stories, when they heard a sound from the woods. It wasn't an animal, it was a soft, melodic humming. It sounded like a woman's voice, but it was coming from multiple directions at once. The calendar campsite, they called out, thinking it was another camp. But the humming just got closer. However, irrational fear washed over them. They packed up in a panic, practically throwing their gear into their cars. The eerie humming following them until they hit the main road. They never went back to that spot, and to this day, they can't explain the phantom quiet that serenaded them in the dark. Next, we have a story from a college student. Let's call her Clara. She was living in an old off-campus house with a few roommates. As Halloween approached, strange things started happening. Doors would creak open on their own, and they heard faint whispers when no one was talking. The most realistic of us the house getting into the holiday spirit. But one night, Clara was studying late in the living room. She looked up at a large, old-fashioned mirror above the fireplace and saw a reflection that wasn't his. Standing behind her shoulder was a faint figure of a man in old, tattered clothes. It was just watching her. She screamed in Spanish, but the room was empty. After that, she would often catch glimpses of him in reflected surfaces on the house, a window pane, a shiny counted tap, even the dark screen of her phone. Her roommates never saw him, but Clara felt his presence until the day she moved out. This tale is from a farmer in the Midwest. Every year, his family builds a huge corn maze for the public. It's a fun, family-friendly attraction during the day. But at night, things change. One evening in late September, I was doing a final walkthrough to make sure no one was left inside after closing. The air was still and heavy. As he navigated the towing stalks, I started hearing footsteps behind him, always just outside, crunching under dry leaves. He stopped, and the footsteps would stop. He started walking, and then start again. I called out, thinking it was a teenager playing a prank. The only reply was a child's giggle that echoed through the corn. It sounded both playful and deeply unsettling. I picked up his pace, a cold dread creeping up his spine. I didn't stop running until he was out of the maze and began the light at the barn. I never does the final walkthrough alone anymore. Our final story for the night comes from a group of friends who decided to visit an abandoned asylum one foggy November night. They knew it was a cliché, but their curiosity got the better of them. The building was decaying, with peeling paint and broken windows. They explored the empty wards with flashlights. Their neighbors left the echo in the best, silent halls. They found an old children's bar, and that's when the atmosphere shifted. On the wall, someone had scrawled as included in what looked like crayon. Leave. As they stared at it, a small, red ball suddenly bounced out of an empty room and rolled to a stop at their feet. It was old and cracked, but it had clearly been thrown. They didn't wait for a second invitation. They sprinted out of that asylum. The sound of their own beneath footsteps, the only thing they had. They never found out of what to through that ball. And that's all the time we have for tonight. 4 stories that remind us that sometimes the scariest things happen when the leaves begin to fall. What do you think? Whether it's just objective imaginations or something more? Let me know your own creepy or dumb experiences in the comments below. If you enjoy these stories, please hit that like button and subscribe for more chilling content. Stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.